We just went live. We're live. We're live. I said we're going live, and then you're like, okay, I can do it live. Oh my god. I asked you. I said we're good to go. I said, are we good to go live? And then you said, yeah, I can do my makeup live. And I went, okay, cool. Amelia? Thoughts? Yes, it would help, yes. Swag. Okay. There is, and it will be covered up soon. We're schmooving, guys. We are schmooving. Fuck. Yeah, we have tech issues nearly every week. No, I'm gonna cover it up. Check this shit out. What? We're just gonna put the arc. Nope, that's the Archon. There's Pat's, and give me Danny's. Where's Danny's? Danny? Boom. I did a countdown. Oh god, they can't hear you guys either. God damn it. Tech issues, I swear. Display audio, you should be working. You should be working. Don't worry, guys. I can get this fixed. I can get this fixed. Hello, chat. I know. I'm sorry. This is just the way it's always been, and I don't know why. Because the universe hates me. I'd presume. I will.
I guess. Oh, they can't hear me.
There, I got it.
Okay, because I was
I'm
gonna
just
say
staring at the little donkey.
that I can have the thing minimized because I've been really into universal paper clips recently, and it has to be open on my phone in order for it to make paper clips.
I see.
I'm at 10 billion.
That's amazing.
Wait, so they can hear us now?
They can now hear you guys.
Oh my god, guys, aren't we excited? We're finally going to probably get to meet Alex. If you're not, I am.
I have no idea what's going on.
I'm about to meet Alex.
Yeah. This is doing wonders for your imposter syndrome. Hey, Fef, guess what? You know what does wonders for your imposter syndrome? Getting a fucking ego. Eat a dick. I will be mean to you live. That's right, Fef, because you can't stop me. You literally cannot stop me. Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Welcome.
I think you're doing great, bud.
Thank you, Brooke. Thank you. Welcome to Paperwork.
I am sad that they missed us being mean to you in that opening.
Yeah, you know, it happens to the best of us. But today, we got a fun little moment for all y'all. We got a fun little moment. Last episode, Brooke went. Viari was going through all of her, I guess you could call them, Gary enrichment activities that she left for Gary, one of the head counselors of truth. He goes back.
Ace told me about enrichment activities, aka Amelia told me about Amelia enrichment activities, and I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. I'm stealing that for my character.
Mm-hmm.
This is any good idea I've ever had, I've stolen from Amelia.
Mm-hmm. So, after this, Viari decided to leave these enrichment activities for Gary. Gary then went through the enrichment activities but didn't succeed. So when the party returned to this place, Viari was loath to discover that some of the old enrichment activities she left were still active. They went through all of them, trying to unpuzzle them, unmake them, and undo them, and they were mostly successful until they got to the very end, in which they realized, oh shit. The last piece of the puzzle is with Alex, Gary's sister, aka Viari's, friend.
That's a weird way to say fuck, buddy.
Amelia, you are weirdly quiet.
What?
I'm gonna turn you up here. Talk.
Talking.
You are quiet still.
It could be your settings on the Go XLR app.
Is this better? Or is this worse?
Yes.
That's
That
a
will
lot
go a lot
louder.
louder.
Could we go halfway between that and
How is right here?
You know what?
How
Let's
is
go for
here?
it. That's crispy. I love it. And so, the enrichment activities begin. Viari just having ended a conversation with Eleanor, one of the head god hunters, and also demigod of the Pantheon of Chaos.
Also my stepdaughter.
Also Aza's stepdaughter. I did not confirm this. I guess we're doing it though. Viari is just outside Alex's office.
Okay. Alright, check myself over, prestidigitate myself clean and tidy, and like try to fix my hair and stuff. It's always a little bit messy, so it doesn't really work. I just check to make sure there's no like ink dripping down from the pen behind my ear, and I sort of like take it out and then like have to put it back in because I don't know where else to put it, and I'm like to my simulacrums. Alright, do I look okay? Do I look alright?
You look great.
Thanks, Sim.
You can always just cast Alter Self to do that though, by the way. I do it all the time.
I don't want to. That feels disingenuous. Anyway, I'm gonna go see her. And I'm just gonna...
Is she still hot?
Obviously.
Okay,
You're too young!
Shh. I just need to know.
Also, Amelia, the simulacrums are Viari from when they were like 16.
Why?
So they're getting... Because Viari left them when they were like 16. True polymorphed into fish. Obviously. But...
Yeah, naturally.
Yeah, naturally. But they are 16-year-olds, which is why they're getting chastised for asking about Alex and whether or not she's hot.
Brooke, just checking, do you have your microphone sounds a little weird today.
Oh no, let me check.
Yeah.
Am I coming through the right place? Audio. It should be coming through here. When you say it sounds a little weird.
Maybe the microphone just isn't pointed at your mouth. You just sound a little more damp than usual.
Maybe.
Did you poke your
try.
microphone? No, it's not coming through there.
But it says...
But it's
Well-
lying.
It's a dirty fucking liar, bro.
Hold on, does it get quiet? Does it get quieter when I do this?
No,
No.
no, it's the same
Oh,
volume.
it's definitely lying then. Alright,
Yeah.
let's see.
Try switching it and then switching it back.
Does this
That's
help?
so much
That's
better.
so much better. Wow.
Amazing. Okay. Cool. Rude.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna knock on the door.
Come in.
Walk inside. Hey, Alex. Met your prodigy.
She like spits out coffee. She's expecting someone else. Jesus Christ, VR, you can't just show up here.
Why?
This is the God Hunter headquarters, Viari. Do you know how many hits there are out on you? Oh,
No? How many? Hold on. And I shut the door.
Yeah.
And I like hurry over. How many?
enough, Viari.
Are they
Oh,
allowed to hold on, are they allowed to do anything while you're here?
They can. I'm not allowed to stop them technically, but this is.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry.
Quiet, just be quiet. She quickly casts a spell. Okay, we're gonna go plane shift. We're gonna go somewhere else. Okay.
Alright.
Just hold.
Do you want to see my domain?
Later. We're going to my place now. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
And so she quickly casts plane shift, and you guys are gone. And you guys are in a little pocket dimension that she's crafted.
Going back to her place.
It's a little resupply room. It's very military-esque. She's clearly made this place purely for the uses of in-between missions and when she needs a rest.
This place is so nifty.
Thank you.
Is this kind of like with the necklace, like the ring, the...
Kind of, except there's no physical manifestation of it, so it might even be a bit better.
Can you teach me how to make it?
You probably don't need it. You can just plane shift back to your domain.
I guess.
There we go.
Also, well, if you ever need a safe place to stay, you can just come to my domain as well. I'll just let you in.
You shouldn't be just letting me in, VRE.
Why? You're not going to kill me.
It's not about killing you. It's about safety.
What do you mean?
Just letting people in. VRE.
I'm not just letting people in. I'm letting you in, specifically.
I haven't seen you in like 30 years.
Yeah. But I saw Gary, and Gary didn't say that like you were out to kill me or anything.
How is he doing? Is he still a tight ass?
Have you not seen him recently? Like, obviously, yeah, that's his default personality, but...
Oh, thank God. He was trying to be... There was a period of his time when he was trying to be all fast and loose and acting like a complete cowboy. It was ridiculous.
I missed this era of his personality development?
He wore ripped jeans.
Alex, I've never been more jealous to be vamped out of existence in my life.
It was very funny. It was great. But you're great. You're fine. I missed you.
I missed you too.
So why are you here exactly? Just for fun?
Actually, I was after the last part of this document, and I pull it up.
Can I see that?
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna make a history check to see if she remembers what this is.
Mm-hmm.
No.
What? What?
This document is 200 years old. What? Are you?
Yeah.
Is this one of the enrichment activities?
Yeah, he never finished it.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
I'm so sorry.
It was so obvious.
I should have told him.
There was a thing with like true polymorphed simulacrums in a town square turned into like tiles or whatever. He should have figured it out. Like, all you had to do is detect magic in the town square, you know, where the giant statues of us were. I just feel like that one was kind of an obvious, like, standard practice kind of thing. Do you know what I think? I think he would be a way better warlock under me. I think he doesn't even like working for truth.
Not many people do like working for truth. That's the secret.
Like, at least he'd finish his enrichment activities.
He enjoys the enrichment activities. Don't let anyone say he doesn't, by the way.
I know. He lies to me about it, which is the thing, right? He's not supposed to lie. That's why I think he'd be a better warlock under me.
Well, he's never lied. He just doesn't tell the truth. That's the difference.
He misleads via lack of information. It's dishonest.
It is dishonest, and truth can be a dishonest bastard. So,
Have you met Truth?
Of course I've met Truth. He comes for Thanksgiving.
Stop it.
I'm not. I'm telling.
Please, Alex, can I come to Thanksgiving? Please. Please, it would be so funny.
Fiari, you know our relationship is tentative at best.
I know, but it would be funny.
I'll.
Gary and I are like basically besties.
You understand what this would look like? Gary's work colleague, who's a god at this point.
I know. Oh, I'm not gonna get banned out of existence anymore because of that.
Really?
Yeah. Al just said that because I'm a god now, I just get to like exist normally.
Huh.
Maybe I can figure out how old I am.
Oh, Might want to ask Death about that.
Death?
Death knows usually everything about the life and times and life in general. He's called Death, but he's like the god of life and passage of time and things like that. Passage of life onto the next thing. Not you. Don't worry. A's coughs loudly and sneezes going. I feel like I was just slighted.
Yeah, just there's a weird little shiver down my spine.
Huh. Well, you know, with like the, you know, like temp ban or whatever being all finished up and not in effect, I'll just, you know, like I might have more time in existence or whatever to just like come visit sometimes.
Yeah, you will. Huh. That's good.
Do I believe her?
She seems very shocked. She seems just like this was something that you guys had like worked out and had an agreement on, and it was like a big reason for like you're like, I will never date. And now that it's gone, it's just like it's like a new thing.
You can, I mean, you've lived like so much more life. You probably know like loads of more people or whatever. So like, I get it if you just,
No,
I don't know.
This
It's cool.
I think we're look with the festival starting. I've got a lot. How about after the Pantheonic War, we should talk maybe?
Yeah. No, that sounds. Yeah, obviously, yeah, because I was probably jumping the gun. I'm just excited to be back and that sort of thing, and just not have to go.
She grabs your hand and goes, "We should talk after the festival, okay?"
Okay.
Get out of this one alive. Don't let my boys kill you.
Oh no, I've got 3 aspects now.
Oh, they gave you 3?
3. Why? Is that good or bad?
Well, that's good. It just means you're more survival. Most gods, typically lesser gods, get about 1 or 2, maybe.
Oh.
So Chaos Pantheons, typically, they don't have enough resources to get more than 1, usually.
But they switch all the time, don't they?
Yes, they can only have... But once you kill 1, you kill them all.
Wait, I thought Pain was regenerating.
No, Pain is in doing something else with Eleanor. It's it's almost like the domain is shifting.
Into consequences?
Yes.
Fuck. Do you know anything about Eleanor and like...
I know she's powerful. I know that she was given a weapon by Fata when she was only 6 years old. I know that she has slewn a great many since then. She's got the highest kill count amongst god hunters ever. That's including me.
What? She's like 19.
Not as big targets, obviously, but I take down big gods. She's been cutting out a lot of the lower ranks, thinning the herd. She's indiscriminate too. She's gone after chaos gods, neutral gods, order gods.
Do you think she'll come after us?
Obviously.
I know she wants Fader.
If Fada's in the room, she's almost... It's not magically incentivized, but it's effectively a magical incentivization to slay Fada as fast as possible.
Yeah. Do you know if she has any weaknesses?
She doesn't have a lot of health.
Like, same as me?
Maybe less.
Less?
Don't know what else she has. She usually doesn't get hit. I just know she has less.
Oh. Her AC is probably crazy.
With that armor.
Yeah.
But more than high AC, it's also just the fights end very quickly, typically, with her.
Yeah. Has she learned how to do your thing?
No. Not yet.
I'm just saying, did you notice someone else did it?
You were pretty impeccable.
It's pretty. You still beat me. That's so annoying.
I did.
It's that stupid
You'll never.
variant human bugbear ability.
And something else.
A 1.3 multiplier to all of your damage.
From Alistair himself, yes.
Al gave you that. Oh my god. Do you know what he gave me?
No. What did he give you?
Free true polymorph every day. I now have a dragon army.
A whole army. Simulacrums, I'm guessing?
Yeah.
That's horrendous. Good job.
Thank you. I'm really excited about it.
Do you know where you're
But
going
anyway,
to
that's
on mission
not
next?
the point. Sorry?
Do you guys know where you're going to send on mission next? Maybe I'll come stop by.
No, but I can ping you.
Okay.
All right. Well, I gotta get back.
Yeah, I've got to go kill a god, actually. So I'll.
So how do I get in touch if you don't want me going to the headquarters?
Send Gary. It's probably the safest.
No,
You've got to send Gary. I'm sorry.
Alex.
You've got to.
You know I'm gonna love this. You know it's gonna be so funny. He's gonna murder me. He's gonna join the God Hunters just to murder me, and Truth's gonna let him.
Well, Truth isn't, I don't think, entirely allowed to let that happen, but you've got to ask Gary. You've got to, please.
I will. He's gonna be mad about it.
Okay. Anyway, she goes into the back of this room and she pulls out this nearly ancient sheet of tattered paper. Be careful with this. It's your cipher.
Thank you so much. This will make a really good birthday present for Alistair. Do you have mending?
Yes. Does anyone have a Mizium apparatus in your party?
Yeah, I was just gonna get you to mend it.
I've got to go.
It's a cantrip. I've got the whole thing right here. All of the pieces.
Fine. Place it down.
Thank you.
She quickly takes out what looks to be a pen, but as she uncaps it and via Percy Jackson, it extends into a blade, and she quickly carves out a circle around the paper, and the papers begin to slowly knit themselves back together.
Thanks. As I pick it up. I should probably get going or whatever, but I don't know if you're free sometime in the next, couple of, days or weeks or whatever. We should catch up properly.
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
I'm going to give her a kiss and then I'm going to go.
Okay.
And then the second I bamf back, I'm like, oh my god, that was so stupid. Why am I so awkward.
Gary just goes,
When did you get there?
well, you bamped out.
I forgot. Oh, right.
Here goes, awkward.
Gary, got a new job for you.
Yes.
So, as I am now no longer allowed to just go visit her at the God Hunters headquarters, Alex suggested that maybe you would be a good person to ask to help out with contacting her when I need it. Gary.
You need it.
Yeah, you would be so helpful.
You know what? How about this? Gary takes out a contract. Pact.
Can you just get that away from me real quick?
Okay.
What's the pact?
I will do this, but you give me a genie vessel.
Okay.
He hands it to you.
I don't take it. Charlie, can you please read it?
Yeah, I'm on it. I'm on it.
Thank you.
Charlie whispers in, "Kid, he's trying to sneak into being a warlock for lies."
Don't remove it.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
All right, kid. Charlie looks at Gary, and Gary just sternly looks forward.
All right.
You sign the paper.
Sign it. My best signature.
All right. Everything's in accordance then. I will be your liaison for Alex. Do we have the paper?
Yes.
Thank
She fixed
God.
it and everything. It's Alice's birthday present, so I'm just gonna take this one and
I
I'm
need to
going
submit that to the truth.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
He's gonna try and take it from you.
As you've now got a split allegiance, don't you have to listen to your god?
He tries to sleight of hand it away from you, but he's so sluggish. He
I'm just like, I'm shorter than him too. I'm definitely shorter. Like, I hold it low instead of high. And just like, you gotta listen to your new patron.
That's not what the deal was. That's not what the deal...
I know it's not what the deal was.
He casts message and says, "This is a big plan. Keep your mouth shut, and you'll come out glorious. Understood?"
Just admit it. We're friends.
Fuck you.
I love him. I love Gary so much.
Yeah, I will be your liaison.
Yeah.
As he lies, you watch his eye visibly twitch as he's just said his first lie. Amelia, your comments.
What is Amelia's comment?
I said Gary is such a baby girl.
I'm going to...
Trying to not be disruptive of your moment, so I'm putting all my comments in chat.
No, tell
Can I
me.
just summon, like, a ring or something?
As you sign the contract, you watch as Gary manifests a ring which looks mysteriously like the truth ring and slips it on his finger.
Filigree's a little off on that.
He's gonna...
I just form a psychic link.
Viari, do you want to get one over on truth or not? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Just commenting.
Shut up. Shut up.
Viari literally doesn't know how to do that.
No, we got somebody. We got somebody. Amelia, you can now get rid of your camera.
I want to take a pic. I want to take a pic.
You want to take a pic?
I
Hello,
want to.
everybody. Danny is here now.
It's me, Mario.
Okay. Where is the Danny cam? This is the wrong camera.
Happy Veterans Day, everyone. At least if you're in the US of A.
Happy day. There he is.
Oh, happy day.
So,
I'm just gonna, like, out loud be like, alright, go be annoying with all of your, I'm just gonna tell the truth all the time. And then just, like, wink at him really conspicuously. Godfreed!
Viari, this legitimately will not work unless you keep your mouth shut. I'm not
What?
lying.
What did Viari do? What are we doing? Hello!
We're heading back to the Pantheon.
From where?
You guys have completed the Gary Enrichment activities.
Oh,
Last
is
week?
this the Declaration of Fish Dependence?
Fish Independence?
Mhm.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh, I think we're gonna be late
What
for the
happens
trial.
when I'm not here?
A lot. And so, you guys go back to the Pantheon, leaving Gary behind.
It's okay. Viari has a really good track record with keeping secrets, so it's fine.
With this one, I'm going to ping Alistair. Al, can I please have a contract that makes me keep this one a proper secret?
You want a non-disclosure agreement proper?
Yes, please. Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't know what he's doing, but I think it's going to be funny and I don't want to accidentally blab.
All right. He gives you a contract and it appears immediately before you. Keep in mind, I've made this extra strict. You are not as you approach the sentence itself, you will just be unable to say it in the first place. You will immediately start blabbing about something else.
Up until Gary and I agree otherwise.
Sounds good. You
And
guys
then
right
can
back
you,
in
like,
the Pantheon.
And can you let Gary know that I signed this?
I'll send him a memo.
Thank you.
You guys arrive back at the Pantheon into the main square, the great pavilion illuminated by the divine contract. What do you guys do?
I want to take a pic.
Okay. Of what?
With Cardi B.
Good.
Okay, so since I've been gone, how much time has passed? Have I just been hanging out in my domain?
So,
yeah, what have I been doing?
A's has been running. A's, you have been working with Fate on predictions of different events. Most of them have been unsuccessful so far in terms of the many different fortunes that Fate has given. However, there was one such fate that did come to a, I guess you could say, relatively soon sort of thing. That being, how do I want to word this properly? I wrote down just like the blanket thing, but I didn't make it a riddle, so it's not really good. And I don't just want to
Make up a riddle right now.
Yeah, on the fly. We're doing it. We're doing it live.
We're doing it live.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
A particular fortune that says
The horse's name was Friday.
That looks like the battle pass.
what walks on four legs? Morning.
Your mom. KO. Hayes would never say that.
Yeah.
That was just me.
Godfreed would say that. Your mom.
Mhm,
Godfreed is just everyone's intrusive thoughts.
mhm. It says that by the end, you determined that by the end of the Pantheonic War, the following fortune will come to pass. Order wins if agreement fails. Chaos wins if agreement secedes.
Wait, is that secedes or succeeds?
Secedes, like SE.
Okay.
And this is a fortune that one of those two things will come to pass by the end of the war. And while these are specific named characters, it doesn't necessarily have the implicit meaning of, you know, expressly that. These could be in the metaphorical sense as well. So, do you think that is permanent?
Feels somewhat permanent. I think it will happen. Might not last forever, but it will happen.
So if agreement fails, we win.
What does it mean for agreement to secede?
It could mean that agreement just giving up and coming to our side, or chaos letting them. I don't know why they would do that, though.
Well, if they had this fortune, they probably would. Unless there's a negotiation that allows that to happen.
Maybe
So,
it's disincentivizing us to negotiate?
perhaps. Or it is changing the terms of the negotiation. Maybe we shouldn't be focusing on getting agreement back. Maybe we should let agreement do what it's... Maybe we're supposed to try and negotiate and fail, and that leads to something else happening. But if we negotiate for agreement, with a capital A, then chaos wins.
So agreement might be a sort of red herring, maybe?
I think we need to figure out what agreement means. So yes.
Okay. I'll bring this forward at the next meeting. Thank you, Ace. And the timing of this means that it is definitely going to be resolved by the end of this war. Hopefully not sooner.
Well, I mean, by definition, if one side wins and the other side loses, that will be the end of the war, so it'll happen whenever it happens.
True. True.
But
Well, the trial of conflict is today. Hopefully, Judge Godfreed will be back in time. I understand he's taken a break in Tahiti for a little bit.
I went to
What?
the aquarium.
what is it with everyone and Tahiti?
It's a lovely place.
Is like Tahiti a code for something? Is that just what this is?
I mean, it's a reference. Shield, I assume.
It's a reference to fucking Red Dead Redemption, where Dutch's plan
Yeah.
was to go to Tahiti, and that was
We're
it.
going to Tahiti!
Yeah, that was
Isn't
it.
that the thing Phil
Dutch!
Coulson as an Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., though?
It might be an Agents
Yeah.
of S.H.I.E.L.D. reference as well.
Oh, okay, hold on, I'm looking this up.
Look it
I'm
up.
pretty sure you're right.
Damn it, Arthur!
Damn
Yeah,
it,
it's-
Arthur!
Here's the thing. So you know how Phil Coulson died? Spoilers for Avengers 2008. You know how Phil Coulson
No!
died in the Avengers?
No!
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He was like, oh, no, I didn't die. I was just unwell and I was in Tahiti. It's a lovely place. But like every time people say that, he says the same thing. And it's like Tahiti turns out not to be actually Tahiti. It's an
There is
acronym.
no
because
war
that's
in
how
Basing
comics-
Say.
Yeah, it was like a thing where they filled him up with alien blood and kind of reset his brain so he wouldn't remember that. It's called Project Tahiti.
Well,
But
surprisingly, I wasn't making that reference. I was making. The
We
Red
are
Dead
now!
I was making the Red Dead Redemption reference, where Dutch just perpetually goes for the entire 200 hours of the game or some shit. We're going to Tahiti, and then you never get to Tahiti.
Because you get tuberculosis.
That'll chestnut. Don't you hate it when you're like planning to go to Tahiti and then you're like, ah, fuck.
POV, that relatable moment when you go to Tahiti, but you actually have tuberculosis and it is technically uncurable and you die.
The consumption.
I gotta
Me,
be
I was
honest,
gonna say,
sometimes
when I
you
get
guys
the
say things,
consumption-
and I don't know whether to believe you or not. Like the tuberculosis thing in the game.
No, Arthur gets tuberculosis and fucking dies.
Oh, amazing.
He gets
Very sad. It's so sad.
or as you may know it, the consumption.
The consumption.
The
Yeah.
consumption.
That's my preferred thing.
I'm vaccinated against tuberculosis. You Americans aren't. Get fucked.
Yes, I am.
Nah, fuck you. You have the 8 dots? I don't think so.
Have you seen? No, if Arthur was vaccinated, obviously he wouldn't be in America.
Assigned unvaccinated by Offbeat.
Yeah, you guys are I am better.
To the law of correlation, because of Red Dead Redemption, and Arthur died of tuberculosis, obviously he couldn't be in America.
Exactly. Anyway, so y'all are in Tahiti. Not really.
Wouldn't get TB vaccine. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I know you.
Get tuberculosis vaccines. Fucking Fate mentions Tahiti. It was a wonderful place. That's where Danny's been apparently in his domain of penance of sorts. So,
I'm chilling, bro.
but Godfreed, you
Yes.
briefly showed up in the last session to help with the Gary enrichment activities, but I suppose
Yes.
beginning of this you were bamfed back to go and deal with penance stuff. And so before you on your throne, which you decided was a thing, is a long
throne.
line of people. And you will decide their penance, their punishment. Death has handed them to you. They have died, and now they must pay for their prices of their sins or their good deeds.
Alright.
A man stands before you. His hands bloody.
What'd you do, bro?
Oh, I was a murderer of sorts, a mercenary.
Okay, it happens to all of us, and sometimes, we fall on hard times. We have a little bit of tendencies. We need to get out in a healthy way.
It was
So?
it was for money. I was paid. I was.
Okay. What'd you use the money for?
I just. Hookers and blow.
Okay. So we all have our faults. You more so than others. So, who did you kill?
My friend put out a hit on his neighbor. Apparently stole something from him.
Okay.
So, and I don't really ask questions. He offered me like 5,000 gold.
Okay. What did he steal?
Like I said, I didn't
Can I
really
look
ask
in my book
questions.
and see at all on my tablet?
As you open the book, you realize that this guy's been a little bit duped. His friend, there wasn't actually any thieving. He didn't ask questions. He killed a man without any sort of he just trusted his friend implicitly, but his friend was just trying to get the other guy killed so he could buy the house to make land for a business.
Gotcha. All right. So it looks like you are a buffoon and a fool. So here's what we're gonna do. For the next 50 years, you're gonna sit here in my domain, and you can only speak in questions.
I can only speak in questions.
Yes.
Danny,
this
you are
taken-
one of my favorite people on this planet.
Has this already taken place?
It seems like it has.
What do you mean?
Next.
I'm so glad I did that. Next in line is Alistair. Hello, Godfreed. How are you?
Oh, did you die too?
No, this is actually a summons. We need you to be a judge for an official court case.
Is it who I think it is?
Conflict?
Yes, I'm ready! I put on a powdered wig and a robe.
Adamus helps you get dressed and pins the wig to your
I
skull.
love this silk. This is great, Adamus. Also,
Thank
you only
you.
have 3 years left on your sentence. And then you can be my official warlock and my intern.
Would you like me to start the Black Mamba?
But I'd like you to start the Black Mamba. I think you know the answer.
He runs
I'm gonna look
off.
like a mega mind, bro.
He runs off so fast. A little puff cloud appears behind him, and he gets to work sewing furiously. His skill is beyond his years, even as an old man at this point. Excellent. Well, at the very least, Godfreed, please make your way to the my office by sometime in the next hour, and we should be good to go.
I'm on my way. I pick up the robe like a skirt, and I saunter towards the office.
All right. Viari is going to be the official. Unfortunately, we have to do a fair trial. Viari is going to be the defense.
What? Wait! The defense. Why the defense? We killed him. Wouldn't we be the prosecutors?
I was not told about this.
It's
but
a
this
fair
is
trial,
hilarious.
and you know,
Look.
he's apparently had the right to public counsel.
Look, at the very least,
I wish you'd told me about this
Wha-
so that I could
feel
have
like
asked Jenny.
conflict. I feel like conflict would have chosen to like represent himself, but you know.
I mean, look, this is we'll check in on him, but we'll see what Viari says. But at the very least, I figured Viari might be the. Look, Conflict's case is pretty open and shut. I figured Viari will at the very least give a really good show of it, and we'll do
it live.
Ace and I will be prosecuting.
That's not fair.
I know. I'm trying my
Ace
best.
is so
here.
much better at talking and not lying.
We're short-staffed.
Well, it's good thing I'm not a fair and partial judge. I'm ready.
So, in the briefing room, and Viari, don't worry, you still will have time to give your birthday gift that you worked really hard for.
I'm messaging Jenny.
You're messaging Jenny right now? Okay. Conflict is sitting in the room.
Is Jenny playing Overwatch? I think Jenny might be playing
No,
Overwatch
Jenny's
right
at
now.
a family dinner. For
Oh,
context,
okay.
Jenny is our friend who is a lawyer, and also one of everyone's
don't listen
favorite people to play with.
Player instead.
I've
Jenny's
just gone,
awesome.
Jenny, are you free? And she's like, no, family dinner. And I'm like, Offbeat just told me I gotta be the defense lawyer on a case for the god of conflict, and it's happening now. I have not got a response.
That's hilarious. So,
It's civil court. There is no jury. Somehow it's civil court
it's civil claims.
instead of criminal court. So there's
So, you know what? I'm gonna get a different song. I wanna get some Phoenix Wright music up in here.
I think this says a lot when Viari is definitely on your side.
I need to have. Where's the song? Where's Cornered? Yeah. Here we go. We're doing it. We're doing the feud.
Is this a criminal case? Is that what this is?
This is a god case, a new type of case I invented, so I don't have to follow the rules of anything. But basically, effectively, view it more or less as a criminal case.
Okay.
I don't know what that means.
That means that, Brooke, you need to basically, your job would typically be, depending on what your defendant wants, going, he didn't do that, he was just trying to blank. However,
I feel like there is irrefutable evidence that this man was trying to take on the place of a war god, so
yeah.
and also causing
Yeah.
conflict and war on a mass
The-
scale.
The accusation that you have to defend Viari is this man is being accused of pretending to be a war god when that domain was not only filled, but also causing mass destruction and chaos on the home world, as well as inciting violence, conflict, and minor mischief.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
I've created a psychic link with Godfreed, like, we're gonna fuck him up.
Well, technically that's not your job.
You have to defend him from that.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to do a decent
Get
job.
Godfreed, we're gonna fuck him up.
Okay, just don't throw too hard.
You don't want a mistrial.
I see.
Again, as I said earlier, I am not a fair or impartial judge, as you are my friends, and I will rule in favor of my friends. But I hate this guy, and I want him dead.
Mm-hmm.
He
So
pretended to be my parents. I don't like that.
you guys get to the trial. You see sitting in the rafters the jury of sorts. The 6 heads of the other pantheons. The triumvirate of war themselves are most furious. Death, luck, fate is even making an appearance. Though they are making an appearance as a tarot card today. They do wave at you though, Ace.
How does a tarot card wave?
The little dude in the picture.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant the card was waving, and I'm
It's
like,
just
is this
like-
is this like magic carpet style? Like,
and of course, Alistair sitting as a head prosecutor. Ace, you're going to be taking most of this, by the way. I'm just here to do the documentation, so good luck.
All right.
do we have a bailiff? ?
The bailiff for today is a demon that Alistair has wrangled and transformed into a godly construct. It is a gigantic cannon that is split into halves. One of them is aimed at the defense, the other is aimed at the prosecution.
I like this. I like this.
Judge Alistair? Judge. Judge.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Godfreed.
Everyone stands up.
All right, you may be seated. In the case of what's his name, conflict versus the state or the Pantheon, under charges of minor mischief, destruction of property, impersonation, embezzlement, and what else is there on that list? I don't remember. Say that again off the.
Embezzlement and mass incitation of fear.
Mass incitation of fear.
Major mischief.
Major mischief.
In addition to the minor.
Yeah, probably a parking ticket.
Probably a parking ticket. All right, then. So we have a couple of misdemeanors and actual crimes on this. We're going to have a pre-trial hearing right now. If the defense would please stand and state their opening remarks and arguments. You have 2 minutes. Go.
Wait, do we have to start with the defense?
You have 2
I
minutes.
don't know how US trials work. I don't know how trials work.
Just make
Rook
it up.
is anxious right now. This is not a VR thing.
You basically are just going. Basically, what you do is you just make a little speech about like how you intend to prove your client's innocence, or it's not, or how you intend to defend your client's innocence and tell the prosecutor that it doesn't work. Have you ever seen a legal drama?
No.
Okay, you
prosecution
can't blame
will
that
go-
on being Australian.
The prosecution will go first. Please,
All
opening
right.
remarks and opening statements.
Ladies, gentlemen, and otherwise of the jury. Honorable Judge, you look great in your powdered wig. Today, I am here not on my own behalf, not even on behalf of the Pantheon, but on behalf of the concept of order itself. And wherein order we find justice. Today, I am here. It brings me absolutely no pleasure, as I would much rather be by myself in my workshop. And yet we have a solemn duty to protect the innocent, to fight for those who can't fight for themselves, and to uphold the systems that allow our society, our world, and the many planes to function. And these systems, based on 2 pantheons of order and chaos, of neutral entities that weave in between, there are those who seek, in their own selfish gain, and their own desires for power, to disrupt this balance. People like that man over there, pointing, at the defendant. Over the course of this trial, we are going to prove without a shadow of a doubt, beyond a shadow of a doubt, just simply by stating the facts, that this person went out of their way to try and impersonate and infringe upon the scope of a domain that was not their own, and in doing so caused unnecessary strife, unnecessary harm, and flew in the face of all that balances the greatest powers of the universe. If you will come with me on this journey, I am happy for all of us to engage in our civic duty in order to preserve the sanctity of the laws and the divine contract we hold so dear. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Light
prosecution.
claps, light snaps.
Now,
Gary
before
is
we
definitely clapping and then remembers that they're supposed to defend them.
now before we move to the defense's opening remarks, how does the defendant plead to 8 counts of minor mischief, 2 counts of major mischief, multiple accounts that I cannot even list of inciting fear, 2 counts of impersonation, and 1 count of embezzlement? How do you plead?
Not guilty.
All right, please continue with your. Please start with your opening remarks and opening statements.
Thank you, Judge Godfreed. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I understand that the defense, the prosecution, the defense would be me. This is going really well. The prosecution has a lot of pretty words to put forth for this trial. However, I am sure that as we walk through the evidence of this trial, you will come to see that conflict as a concept is embodied by gods such as the triumvirate of war, that it is inherently tied to warfare and to many forms of conflict, obviously, that have many interpretations, and that it is very easy for a person, an individual, a god, you might even say, who is the very embodiment of conflict, to extend into warfare as a concept. And as the many elements of warfare include mischief, chaos, destruction, it seems that I think you will come to find that it is rather unfair to hold one god accountable for this when we do not hold other gods similarly accountable, and that plenty of confusion can happen in a situation where a person is the embodiment of conflict, but apparently the limitations of that do not expand into warfare. However, that they are being very unjustly attacked by the prosecution. What?
The prosecutor's job.
Yeah. Seems pretty unfair.
I don't like what's happening. It's not fair. Thank you.
They're being mean to me.
Yes. Anyway, I believe it's my time. And that nobody else is getting in trouble for this, and therefore conflict shouldn't either.
Alistair's gonna throw a paper plane in your direction. Just like a little paper plane. Just...
Does it have something written on it?
Can I ask a question at the interim? So I'm Amelia, right?
Yeah.
So my brain is like, I can't shout objection because these are opening room. How many rules are here?
So after the opening remarks, you can say point of order, or you can ask to.
Okay, so we're doing like
attention.
actual thing. Okay,
Like,
I just
what
want to make. I just want to know what the vibe.
You threw me in the deep end on this one. I don't know what's
You're doing amazing,
Al-
sweetie. You're doing
Al-
so
You're
good.
doing great, Brooke. Alistair says the thing like, if you want to tap out, we can swap places. By the
It's
way,
okay, I'll keep going. And I read the piece of paper.
on it it says, just letting you know, this isn't the first god we've done this with. Thought that was implied. Just making sure.
Thanks for not telling me that in advance.
Just making sure. So, Judge Godfreed.
All right. After opening remarks, we will move to testimonies and moving up to the bench. Would the we will have the prosecution go first. Would the prosecution like to invite anyone up to the bench to speak?
Yes.
We would like to first invite the Earth of the planet that conflict was from.
All right, we will have the Earth of the planet from which conflict sowed war. We will have them approach the bench, and the questioning may start from the prosecution.
A boulder rolls forward. Just. Could we get a translator, please?
Yes, that'd be great. Thank you.
A earth elemental appears and just touches the rock.
All right. Prosecution, you may begin with questioning.
Ace, would you like to ask any questions? I have
Sure.
many as well. If you default to finish this out.
Right. I'll start. Let's. I know this isn't how cross-examining works, but let's you and I cross-examine this witness.
Sounds good.
Could you, in your own words, let us know what was the inciting action to the conflict between the earth and the trees? How did this all start?
Well, this all began when the god of conflict raised his mighty blade, thrust it into the earth, shattering its many continents. Then, the great treason.
Trees.
The trees themselves blamed us.
I like how you were laughing at treason when you said she took their mighty blade and plunged it into the earth. But treason, that's what does it.
Treason.
It's treason.
The trees blamed us. We blamed the trees. But it was not through their aid that we discovered that they were being misled. We got a note. An envoy notified us. A young emissary of truth told us the true matter. And so we looked to conflict.
And had conflict not instigated this action, do you think a war would have broken out?
No. We had a great, dedicated and thorough dialogue between the earth and the trees. We worked together for many years to bring our planet into being. We even believed ourselves before being told of the Pantheon to be the first original gods for a moment.
And as such ancient beings, would it be correct to say that you are familiar with the comings and goings of many gods, many of whom I'm sure you've outlived in your tenure as Earth?
Yes, many we have outlived. There were many gods of minor grievances and many mischievous things. Bushfires, destruction, cataclysms, but none so devious as that of conflict. We thought them minor at first, but they soon began to grow grander.
By the way, Brooke, you can shout objection and go irrelevant or objection, relevance at any time.
Yeah, thanks for telling me that now.
I'm letting you know that you're welcome.
Okay.
Do you want to switch? Do we want to switch sides? Send me your.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
The prosecution would like to make a motion to switch teams.
This whole court is out of order.
Decorum! Beat you with a hammer.
Final question. Now, you've known gods. Have you ever heard of or interacted with this supposed god of conflict until this moment?
We had many minor interactions that came about. Most of them were that of, earthquakes, and we'd seen them raise many a young race of creatures to sentience and guide them through minor spats with each other to greatness and then to great failure.
So, I think what we're all hearing here is while conflict had stepped up in the incitement of this war, most other things attributed to conflict could have also been explained by other natural and ethereal phenomena.
Indeed, many things would have happened by themselves, but conflict decided to intervene and thus guide things, make choices that caused more issues or greater problems in the long run.
Right. Alistair?
Yes, I have one more question for the Earth itself. Well, a few more. First of all, I hope you're doing well.
Big fan of your work.
Big fan of your work.
Earth, love you.
Good job out there. Question regarding a relationship with conflict and the trees. Do you know of any? Do they have any past relationship? They go on to have a small back and forth. The Earth eventually goes,
It's been a very long time since we've interacted with gods of this great size. So conflict was definitely growing by themselves, I would imagine. So, all this to say,
and he starts rambling for a long time.
Rumbling.
Rumbling.
And Alistair's just letting him talk. It seems as though Alistair is engaged in a filibuster. And it just wants this to keep going forever.
This is where, Brooke, you say objection relevance.
Objection relevant? I don't know what you want from me.
You're doing great, Brooke. You're doing great.
Make sure that nothing, but just make sure you can basically just do whatever you want. I just want, you could be like, stop right there. Would you like Charlie to help you in this situation?
No, it's fine. I thought I was supposed to ask questions at some point.
Yeah. So basically what Offbeat's saying is happening is in order to keep you from asking questions, Alistair is just getting this guy to rumble on and on. Mm-hmm. So just yell objection, relevance, and then demand a question.
VR supports their friends.
Oh my god. So are you just also going to sit there?
Yeah. It's telling an interesting story.
Unless someone stops, Alistair is happily going to sit for days.
Prosecution, can you please finish this up?
Of course. Sorry. How long would it take for Godfreed or someone to do that?
Ace is just, as soon as Ace finished their questions, sits down and brought like a little portable tinker kit, and I'm making little wristwatches for my friends.
Godfreed is very bored and is very impatient and has a lot of really just unmedicated ADHD pent up inside of him. So after 2.5 minutes, he'd be like, what is going on?
Oh, okay.
Ace has already finished a watch.
After Alistair goes, oh, of course. Sorry. That is all the questions we have for you. Thank you for coming in today, Earth.
We will move to the defense. Defense, please approach the bench and you may start asking questions.
Hello, Earth. Lovely to meet you.
Hello.
Could you describe your function on your planet for me, please?
As the earth, we exist and keep the structure such that life may spring forth.
Okay. And would you say that this is integral to your existence?
Yes.
Okay. And so in fulfilling your function is important to you and your existence.
Yes.
Would you say that it seems reasonable that fulfilling that anyone with a function might find it equally as important to them to fulfill?
I don't know. I am the earth.
Okay, that is very fair. Now, you described your relationship with the trees prior to conflict as good, as having communication, but that there were some hiccups sometimes that were just sort of natural that occurred. Is that true? Or correct?
No, we had a dialogue.
You had a dialogue. Was there any times during this dialogue where communications broke down?
Yes, there have been times, such as who gets to claim the desert as their own, who will run the mountain tops where no trees can grow, and who will rule the sea where plants can no longer exist. If we must control that, who controls the forest?
And so you would, it would be fair to say that you had some level of conflict with the trees in the past.
Some level, yes.
Yes. However, you feel, now, is it correct to say that you feel that the presence of the god of conflict exacerbated this situation?
I would say he exacerbated the situation when he split the earth into many separate parts with the sword.
No. Would you argue, do you believe that you have free will?
I do.
Okay. So, do you think that it is fair to say that a god of conflict who exacerbates conflict is performing their function?
Maybe. Are you saying that he did this?
Council, I would like to remind you that this case is about the impersonation of a war god, not the acts that they committed. That is just a kind of tacked on.
I'm getting there. I'm setting this up. Now, would you say that an element of war is conflict? Or that it was in your case?
The conflict started, and then a war broke out. I believe that it could be read as either the same or separate.
Okay. And do you feel that you had an active choice in this conflict and in your actions in this war?
We had a choice. Well, the earth was split, and then the trees started attacking us. So we had no choice but to defend ourselves.
I understand. So the trees began this war?
No. Conflict split the earth, and then the trees attacked.
what capacity but conflict splitting the earth, is that, in your understanding, conflict making the trees attack?
Have you ever heard of Franz Ferdinand the First? Long held.
I had an opportunity for a joke I needed to make. I'm sorry.
I would believe that the conflict was exacerbated when he split the earth and thusly...
Exacerbated.
Well, you could say that, yes.
You said that. I'm just repeating back to you what you said. You feel that the conflict was exacerbated.
Alistair goes,
Is that correct?
objection, leading questions.
Sustained. Counsel, please watch yourself.
Ow. I say that mentally.
What?
Fine. Do you feel... Okay. Do you feel that the war was a decision that you made? That going to war was a decision that you made?
No, we had to defend ourselves or face destruction.
Okay. Do you feel, in your understanding of the trees, that it was a decision that they made?
I believe they were misled, and thusly the agency they might have had was removed from them.
What makes you believe this?
The herald of truth came and told us this.
Could you describe this herald?
Older gentleman, something in his looks to be in his mid-30s. Combed hair.
And
Is she describing Gary?
He describes Gary to a fucking T.
For fuck's sake. Fucking great. Brooke, I'm going to be honest, I don't know what the point of what I'm supposed to be doing is.
Proving his innocence.
I'm so confused.
Brooke, would you like help? You could have Charlie be your assistant.
I don't want Charlie to do it for me.
It's called an assistant. He might help you think of brainstorm questions.
Sure.
You could have a sidebar.
Yeah.
That's what you
A
said, sidebar.
sidebar.
Yeah. Where you go and you just talk.
Charlie, what am I doing? Al just threw me into this trial with absolutely no prep. I had no idea this was coming. I don't even know what a trial is or how it works.
Okay, so what you're supposed to be doing here, kid, is you're gonna be asking that rock guy questions, right? Now, all you gotta do is ask questions about the facts of the matter, about how it happened, how it started, and then, well, we've already discovered the fact that the trees themselves were misled in this situation. If you can prove that conflict's action of splitting the earth had nothing to do with the act of the war starting, then he's safe, because he's no longer a war god, right? He's just a god of turmoil or some bullshit, and we can get him on a minor plea or something.
Oh. That is not where I was taking my argument at all.
Where are you taking it?
Well, I was going to try to make the case that conflict is an integral part of war, and that
You were
conflict fulfilling his function is not inherently claiming to be a war god. That it's other people's confusion about it, but I have no idea what the splitting of the earth has to do with anything.
Basically, it looks like conflict split the earth, and thusly the trees got a bit confused, blamed the earth itself, and attacked them. Conflict did nothing to stop them, and furthered the conflict.
But that's a conflict. It's not even a... They chose to go to war.
The trees were misled, it seems. If you can figure out who that little guy is who was misleading them, maybe that's the one to blame. Are you trying to get him off? Are you trying
Do I
to...
have to?
No, you can also just throw. You can just you don't have to do a good job.
Yeah, that would be great. But I don't know what I'm doing.
You can plead guilty.
No.
You
What do you want to do, Charlie?
I'm asking you here, kid. I'm your sidebar.
Charlie? I don't ask you questions unless I want you to answer them.
Okay. What do you think? Look, depends what you want. If you want to do a good job, you should look for who misled the trees and ask those questions and investigate more on that line. Maybe call in the trees as a witness, as part of your defense.
So am I allowed to call another witness? I don't have to just keep dealing with this one.
No, you do not. You can call
For
in
everyone-
Oh my god!
For everyone
Maybe.
watching on YouTube, Amelia and I want to say things, so I'm telling Amelia to say them in chat right now.
Yeah, I'm waiting for this little sidebar
Can
to
we
end.
get a break so someone can explain to me how a fucking
you
trial
can
works?
you can make a motion to go for
You
recess.
just have to say dumb shit. This isn't running like an actual
You can
trial.
just say things. I told you.
You're just trying to argue a point.
You got this,
We,
Brooke.
do we
Brooke,
want to
you're
go
great
to
at Brooke, you're great at arguing. Just pick something and go.
Pick a point and defend it vehemently, but we will go to break so we can figure this one out. See you guys soon. Be right back. on.
I didn't know we were doing that.
I didn't know we were doing that either. It just kind of happened, and there was nothing we could do about it. Brooke had to go. Unfortunate. Our defense is gone. So we're gonna make some shit up.
So I think that means they go to jail immediately.
No.
Damn.
We have a fair trial. This is.
Do it!
This
I'll represent them.
Okay.
I'll do it. I'll do it live.
All right. So, Viari, mid argument, gets popped away,
Dies.
and in their place, a little note saying, "Sorry, mission had to go." As it seems as though one of Alistair's many scheduled missions went off mid-trial. Oh, Godfreed, you'll represent them, right?
Yes, I will. You're eating cupcakes. I'm really excited.
Okay. I will guess I'll be the judge. Alistair brushes off his coat and snaps his fingers and is now in Godfreed's judge attire.
I'm gonna want those back, by the way. Thank you.
They're very nice. I'll make
Aren't
sure.
they? Fucking Adamus is awesome.
Adamus does a great job. And so, court resumed. Alistair, resume court. I believe we're done questioning the Earth.
Yes. The defense would like to call a witness to the stand.
Oh, of course. Who?
The defense counsel would like to call the fucking I can't. What's the other side called? I can remember.
Prosecution?
Yes, the defense would like to call the prosecutor to the stand, please.
Me?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. So, what are your pronouns again?
Any
Would
of them,
you-
really?
Mr., Mrs. Zer.
Sure.
All right. Zer A's, you were there during the capture and the battle pertaining to the apprehension of the defense, correct?
I was there, but I wasn't very present.
Understandable. All right, then. Now, while you were there, you had to travel a bit of ways in order to go and actually apprehend said defendant, correct?
Yes, there was.
Yes.
Quite a bit of distance to cover.
There was a bit of distance. Now, obviously, there must have been trials and tribulations to stop you, correct?
There were obstacles in the path.
Would you mind listing some obstacles?
Amelia does not remember. We fought one thing really quickly, and then I wasn't there for the rest of it.
The defense would like to submit evidence. Here is a chunk of bone left by some trees that were assaulting the group as they went to apprehend. It, in fact, is my bone. But don't worry, I'm impartial.
You'd like to submit your own bone as evidence.
Yes, it was taken off in a battle between, such the earth and the trees.
Sounds like a casualty of war.
Very much so, but still it is evidence nonetheless. Now,
The court will take it as evidence.
thank you. Now, if we would like to look at evidence A, this bone, I would like to submit a second piece of evidence, evidence B, the sword that was used by conflict to quote unquote shatter the earth, as it has been so told.
Mm-hmm. Please
Now,
present the blade.
yes, please, Blade. Right now.
Conflict snaps his fingers, and this gigantic sword soon shrunk down to a more holdable size. It is a golden great sword with the writing inscripted on all of the edges.
May I, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. Now, I would like to present this sword, the sword of conflict, to the jury and judge. Now, if you would look at the shatterings on my tibia right here, you can notice that it is from a blunt force impact, not a sword. I would also like to point out that when found and apprehended, conflict was not doing anything that had to do with conflict. He was simply observing and standing as a god of conflict does. He was not upholding the war. He simply was. He was simply there, He wasn't doing anything, and when assaulted, fought back. Now, with this evidence now presented to the jury and judge, I would like to again point out that in the place he was in was very fortified, meaning he didn't want people to approach. This man did not want conflict for himself. He was simply observing the conflict that was appearing and happening in the world around him, as is his job in his place and domain. Now, prosecutor.
Am I
There
still
is.
being in? Okay,
Yes, you are!
Okay, just checking.
Now, does this suit look good on me?
Yes.
If you lie, it's perjury.
No, you look good in suits.
Thank you!
Wear it tailored
Done
very-
with questions! Now, the
can I-
prosecutor, you may ask yourself questions.
Right. I think I'd like to. Could I put conflict on the stand?
You'd like to? Well,
Yeah.
sure. Conflict, please take
By all
this.
means.
Please take the stand.
I have a visual aid, if I may.
Go for it.
Okay. Ace brings out a bunch of like kindling, like dryer lint things.
Yeah.
Sets in front. What do you see here?
I see kindling.
Wow, you sound funky, bro.
Kindling. You see anything else? It's just sticks. Is this anything? This is just a pile of rubble, is it not?
You could say that.
Just earth, trees.
Mhm.
Is this a bonfire? Would you say? Looking at this right now,
No.
it's not a fire.
No.
It's inert.
It is kindling for a fire that you might make later.
Right. Ace holds up a little Zippo lighter that they invented. Actually, no, not a Zippo lighter. Little flint steel. Now, if I take this steel and run to shit against this flint, what's gonna happen?
Sparks.
Sparks. Now, would you say that sparks are a fire?
Objection, relevance.
I'm getting there, Your Honor.
Overruled. I do believe.
Overruled. Overruled. So sustained means my overruled means my statement stands, and overruled means that my statement is basically disregarded.
Yeah, and I'm disregarding your statement.
Okay.
Overruled. Overruled. I want to see where this is going.
Would you say that this spark is? Would you say this is a fire? If I just rush this against.
I will say the prosecution would like you to speed this up, please.
I'm asking conflict. I'm waiting for a response.
No.
But if I put the spark next to this kindling and then it catches on fire. Now that kindling wouldn't have caught without the spark. Maybe there's a very, very narrow chance that perhaps something could spontaneously combust. But this spark facilitated that process, and what's in front of you now is undoubtedly a fire, correct?
Yes.
So if we know that just because a spark in itself is not a flame, but a flame cannot happen without a spark, and we know that the god of conflict took what was inert, much like these sticks over here, much like the trees in the earth, caused an event to happen, a cataclysm that set the land into war. What else could happen when I put spark next to kindling?
Objection. What the fuck is this metaphor?
What I'm saying is that the war that
Overruled, I
broke
get
out,
it.
the war that broke out was a direct result of conflict inciting violence. Had conflict not led the initial blow and led with deceit, what would have happened in warfare wouldn't have been an issue. It wouldn't have existed at all. And to say that a conflict cannot be war because it is too small is placing a value judgment on the importance of different interactions. A war between ants is a war to them if it is nothing to the people who step upon it.
Objection. Relevant to the actual charges. The charges I would like to remind the council is about impersonating a war god, not about the charges against the land. That was to be settled by those gods and those gods alone.
The charges of impersonating. I agree. What I'm saying is that conflict, by actually starting this conflict was starting a war. Conflict created this war. Conflict presided, as you so eloquently observed, at a distance far removed from the actual bloodshed, as happens in many wars by those who create them, for no reason other than trying to infringe upon the territory of a well-established god. Or triumvirate of gods.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. Thank you, prosecution. The
fire's still just burning.
Fire...
Never put it out.
Can we get someone to put that out, please?
I don't bring extinguishers.
Okay. We just have to let that burn out then.
Yeah. Could maybe step on it, but I have nice shoes and you have that lovely robe.
So do I. These are Burberry.
Can we get a fire extinguisher to the main courtroom, please? Thank you.
Is there a god of fire extinguishers?
Yes, but they're neutral.
Damn it.
Eventually.
Why would Chaos ever use a fire extinguisher? Why would they need that?
You'd be surprised at how much blunt force trauma they cause. Eventually someone comes in and puts out the fire. Takes a little while though. Takes an exorbitantly long period of time for someone to come put out a fire. All right. Would the prosecution or defense like anything else to do?
Yes, the defense would like to question the witness.
Well, which one?
The one on the stand right now.
Conflict? Okay.
Yes. Thank you. Mr. Conflict, you are technically my client, is that correct?
Yeah, I am your client.
Am I, to your knowledge, from a private firm, or do I work for the state?
You work for the state.
Oh, I'm not getting paid enough to really care about this, is that correct, Mr. Conflict?
Wow, we're bringing public defenders into this, oh no.
No. You're not. You're also the one who captured me.
Exactly. So, could you state that I'm a public defender, I don't care about you, I also caught your ass and killed you? Could you state that for the court, please?
Objection.
Yes.
Under what circumstances?
Whether or not you care about him is a value statement and says more about your... It's not a fact.
Not a fact, but I would like his opinion on this as it pertains to the case.
I guess you're not incentivized to do a good job.
Yes. And I already caught your ass, didn't I? Which means I can catch you again. So regardless of how this case goes, if you go free, I'm just gonna come back.
Godfreed, if that happens, we'll have to do this again later.
And you say that like it's a problem!
I also don't want to be here!
Listen. Next time we don't have to capture him.
Order in the court. No one wants to be here. Could we wrap this up, please?
I would like to move to my closing remarks.
All right.
Godfrey goes right up to Conflict. He goes, "You fucked with my parents." And goes back to his seat.
Can I leave the stand, please?
No!
No, prosecution, closing remarks. Godfrey, do you want to do that again?
You fucked with my parents.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. I guess this concludes the trial of Conflict. So.
You would think Order would have more stringent rules around these kinds of things.
No, that's the best part.
We just kind of left that part of the divine contract. We'll figure it out later. It's fine. We've made it this far.
So, with that, jury, you may now commence your discussions. As such, all of the other gods just poof out, and they poof back in, and they kill like a millisecond later. Luck goes up to the stands up and goes, 6 counts on all 6 of us agree. Unanimous vote. Guilty as charged. That's it.
Okay, so how much we get in paydays?
I charged conflict as guilty. So, what type of hell would you like to string up for him, Godfreed?
So here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna make him the earth and the trees, and he's gonna have to fuck himself and fight forever.
All right. The slam of a gavel, conflict. Ah! And he's gone.
Off to visit your mother. Ah!
And he's out. All right. Well, that's that. Congratulations on your first trial, everybody. This is usually how it goes. These are basically a lot of open and shut cases, but I put it in here that we have to give everyone a trial even when they are clearly guilty. So, because I know everything. Anyway, good job. Yeah, you can go now. You've got exactly 1 more day until your meeting to discuss your next mission. We've got the location. We're still deciding on where exactly our point of attack is going to be, but we should be pretty excited. It looks like the god of blood, actually, your mom Bloodshed has a bit of a following there, you might say. A small bandit encampment has been worshipping her quite religiously for a very long time.
So what you're telling me is that I'm a prophet.
You're going to be more than a prophet, Godfrey. Think of yourself as
I'm gonna be Jesus.
No, you're going to be
If it's his parent, right? Is the god? That kind of makes him Jesus.
Sure. You can be Jesus for them.
Praise skeleton Jesus.
Great. Yes, you are Jesus Christ for them, I guess. Feel free to lead them as such.
Oh, I will.
You can do as I would suggest that at the very least you make your way towards making this a god, a positive experience, and maybe make them stop. You'll meet them. They're a little bit wild, but they are devout, and anything that is said coming from you 4 should be taken as quite literal. But enjoy the rest of your day off. I am going to go and take a nap.
Godfreed.
Yeah.
So, Fate has a really, really nice kitchen and some great recipes. And before this started, I put some chocolate chip cookies in the oven.
Bro.
And it's a weird temporal oven, so they're going to be done.
Bro.
Have the good vitamin D enriched whole milk.
Bro.
If you want some celebratory cookies and milk.
Absolutely, I want some celebratory cookies. I lost a case, and I've never been happier.
I think you did really good. I think you got your point across.
Thank you. I think I did too.
And you got to send him to a very uniquely fucked up hell.
Thank you. We can go visit it whenever we want. It's technically inside my domain.
I don't know if I really want to go there.
Technically, he is the Earth, so we'd be standing on him when we go there.
And he's like fucking himself, right? So
when I said fuck, it was more like metaphorical, like, oh, you're gonna fight yourself forever. But I just wanted to add some emphasis to it. I like some flair.
Did that translate into the sentencing?
I don't think so.
It did not. It did not. It was literal. He said, give the sentence, and the words went, all right, and that was that.
Damn, if you insist.
Well, we can, send Viari or Feta there first to test out. We should send Feta there.
Feta has no idea. We sent Feta there.
We send Feta there.
I think I'm great at giving out punishments.
I think you've done a great job. Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And so, you guys gonna go to Fate's place for cookies and milk?
Absolutely, we are.
Yeah.
All right. Guys, go to Fate's place for cookies and milk.
Yeah.
Show them around, Ace. Say what's in Fate's place for cookies and milk.
Yeah, so if I remember, Fate's place was like super cozy.
Yeah, it's like a cottage core dream home.
Yeah, so they have one of those fireplaces that's like in a wall, so like both sides of the wall of the fireplace. So
like
earlier we were in like the living area, and now we're kind of in the kitchen. There's a lot of dark wood, exposed brick. The walls are just covered with like framed paintings and knickknacks. It's super homey. It's like an Airbnb in the mountains that's like very clearly someone's like actual house that they just rent out when they're not up there. And there's 2 really, really cozy, cushy chairs, like the kind you find at your grandparents' house that are just overstuffed. And as soon as we get there, I'm just gonna like use Mage Hand and stuff to get the cookies out of the oven. It's like actually the oven is actually over the fireplace, and it's this special thing that Ace has tricked out to like
a vibe.
perfectly cook everything. And yeah, it's just there. There's 2 giant mugs of chilled milk. The mugs are they have a little glyph on the bottom that keeps the milk the perfect temperature the entire time you're drinking it, and you can adjust that if you want it to be like warm or cold depending.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Fate. Oh, someone else. Yeah, Fate also gets cookies and milk if they want it, but I don't know. Fate was a card, so I don't know if they're like doing human.
Fate isn't here now. Fate is out.
Yeah.
Or at the very
Fate's
least, if
been
Fate
really,
is
like-
here, he's not visible.
Yeah, Fate's been really, really, really busy working on all those prophecies.
It is what it is, you know.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I've been pretty preoccupied with that the past.
How's that all been going? We haven't really talked to each other about work in a while. It's always just like fight,
We
fight,
never
fight.
really
kill,
hang out
kill,
one
kill.
on one, actually.
I know, we never
I feel like
do.
We used to. Then all these kids came on the scene, and they're just.
I know,
they're
like
so neat.
Viari just started showing up, and Fate is like, "I'm gonna do a revolution," and then you and I were just kind of like, "All right, cool."
Yeah, there's
Like I love a revolution just as much as Fata, but like you know, I need a break sometimes. These bones start aching after a bit.
And it's like I've done them before. It's like when you go on a plane, you know, when you're young, you want the window seat. You want to stare out the window. You're paying
Exactly,
attention.
but then you learn that the aisle seat is much better for the bathroom.
And the leg space.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, we've got like one really foreboding prophecy.
Oh, what is it?
So, apparently with the Pantheonic War, order wins if agreement fails, and chaos wins if agreement secedes.
So when you say agreement, you mean like the actual embodiment, God of agreement, not like oh, we're like it's like metaphorical, like we need to agree on stuff, but if we agree, we lose.
It's unclear.
All right then.
Could go either way.
Gotcha. God, prophecies always confuse me.
But no matter what, it's going to be the end of the war, so I guess we have to figure out, ideally, when that happens.
Well, agreement is agreement like a neutral god or like what?
Chaos has agreement right now.
How is chaos? How is an agreement a chaos god?
I can tell Godfreed this part, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you've missed quite a bit.
Yeah, I've been dealing out punishment, lots of lines.
Yeah, no, you've been really busy doing your penance thing. So, back when Biari had that duel, Beatrice put some weird fuckery on Biari and in the duel itself. So, we signed over agreement. Order did.
Cool. R.I.P. Damn.
And-
So it's like an agreement. It's like a Stockholm syndrome thing where it's like, oh, I've been here so long, I guess I'm chaotic now, or is it like, damn, I don't want to be here, kind of thing.
I don't know. I haven't talked to them.
Can we set up a phone call? Is that at all? Wanker! Wanker!
Yeah, what the fuck is up?
I need to set up a meeting. Can you do that?
Yeah, you dumb motherfucker. Of course I can. With
Can
who?
we set up a meeting with a god of agreement?
That's what?
Yeah, can we talk to agreement?
Yeah.
That seems like a great. Yeah. What's their whole take on this situation in the Pantheonic War? Has anyone asked?
I think that's kind of the problem. We just can't go talk to them. They're in the
Why not?
they're over there, the Chaos Pantheon.
Well, we can meet somewhere.
We
in
can go to the Chaos Pantheon. Let's go. Come on, Ace. Let's go to the Chaos Pantheon. Let's just go.
You want to go to the Chaos Pantheon?
Let's go to the Chaos Pantheon. Come on. I know a way in.
Wait, how do you know how to get in?
through the divine contract. Last time I was in there, we were like fighting the pen dude, right? Remember? And what happened was I was looking through tax files and stuff like that, and how Z's was like, oh, look at me, sorcery points forever. So I figured that out. I figured out the tax loophole he was using, and through that, there's a way through the Chaos Pantheon.
Through the tax loopholes?
Through that area.
Oh, you can just get there through chaos. That's what Z's told me. That's how Z's gets into ours.
That's like that feels like dumb though. That's easy. Let's do that. Let's do that.
I mean, we can do that. I could just ask. Well, Z's can just get us into complications. I also don't know if it's a great idea for me to be going around Chaos Gods.
Do you think it's a great idea for me to be going around Chaos Gods?
No, Beatrice cursed me again.
Again? How?
I sign anything in front of me.
You what?
I sign anything you put. If you put something in front of me with the signature, I'm going to sign it.
I'm gonna put a picture of a headshot of yourself in front of you.
Well, there's no signature line on that, so.
What?
It has to be like a contract. I have to have.
I hope it's gonna get you to sign this. Okay.
Well, I can. Oh, I'll sign that for you.
Oh,
too.
thank you.
I sign it.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it a slide with a contract?
No, it's a headshot. It's a headshot.
No, I just signed the headshot.
Okay. The thing doesn't activate.
Yeah, I know. Well, I know, but Godfrey looked like he was like he didn't want it actually signed, so I was gonna just actively sign it.
So what happens when you sign something?
Well, if it's a contract, it's binding, I guess.
Okay, so let's try some things. I'm gonna tie your hands behind your back and I'm gonna put a contract in front of you.
Okay.
What's on the contract?
You must always be honest about Godfreed's outfits.
Is it a contract with that you are enforcing upon A's with you?
Yes.
Okay. As you summon the contract and bring it into existence, A's, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please. Danny, what is your spell saving throw DC?
I didn't hit it.
My spell saving throw DC is 20.
And A's, you didn't hit it?
2.
A's, you instinctively sign your name in perfect penmanship behind yourself.
But so that they just turn around and sign it?
Yeah.
Okay.
A's, you feel compelled to tell Godfreed what you feel about his current outfit. Godfreed,
what is Godfreed wearing right now?
What's that?
What's your outfit right now?
He's wearing it's the Victorian one I said. He's got a top hat on. He's got it's like a double-breasted vest. He's got kind of open, a little slutty, you know. He's got really slutty knee-high riding boots on. He's got pantaloons, obviously, like poofy pantaloons. And then he's got a little not a tuxedo coat because that's dumb, but like a tailed coat on as well.
Yeah.
A little top hat, frilled collar.
A's, what do you think about this?
The top hat's too much.
No, I knew it!
You're just like wearing it so much, I didn't want to say anything.
Ah, I needed this, thank you. Ah!
Agony.
Okay. I'll go with the fedora instead.
I was gonna say I think the fedora might work better.
Fine. Okay, so that doesn't work. Godfreed is somehow gonna get cement mix and stick A's hands in it for like a solid 3 hours. Pick them out. All right, A's, sign this contract. And this contract says, A's fucking.
This is your chance to really fuck over A's on something if you want.
A's has to be honest with Godfreed.
In general?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. As this paper is right in front of you, A's, make a wisdom saving throw against
Again,
Godfrey.
your hands are encased in concrete right now.
I know. The way that A's is like consenting to this because this like scientific curiosity is peaked. 19.
Not close enough. A's, what is your current build?
right now, this is I switched to my future build for the trial. We didn't magical girl it, so.
Oh dang. Oh, what's your future build?
This is the Bard Wizard,
Oh, the bastard.
the bastard.
You don't have that spell. Aze, you cast Misty Step and teleport out of your restraints. And then you action surge, dash, and catch and rush to sign it. Well, you don't have action surge. You
I
just
don't have
dash
action
forward and
surge.
sign it.
I can use my mage hand.
Yeah.
I could just have used my mage hand to begin with, really.
That's true.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
So, But, so, the details of the contract have to very specifically dictate A's as the recipient and the signer of the contract. It's not just a general contract, it has to be very specifically A's.
But you
I
haven't
think I
tried
just-
that yet.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a general contract that says you have to get Godfreed a birthday gift. And if you don't get one, one will magically appear in front of you.
Mm-hmm. And if you don't get one will magically appear in front of you?
To give to Godfreed, yes.
As you make that contract, Alistair goes, Godfrey, you can't make that one.
Why?
That's illegal. You're trying to use the system to. It's supposed to create, agreements between.
Oh,
people.
just
Alright.
You can't
but I have a like a gift closet in my domain that's like kind of neutral stuff.
All right.
Okay.
Well, no,
So
because
it
this
can
one needs
just
to
pull
be
one from
this,
there.
This needs to be a general contract. This
Okay.
can't be directed at you because I have an idea and I just need to test something.
Okay. Well, at the very least, just remove the thing where you magically create gifts because that is
Cool.
it's illegal.
You are obligated to remember.
Maybe I have to say something nice if I like a compliment if I don't have. a gift.
You are required to, on Godfrey's birthday, be nice to him and give him a compliment. And this is not addressed to A's at all. It is a general contract, no name, no stipulations. Just
Are there
nice to
places to put the individual's name to indicate who is the person?
there is sections for signatures and initials.
Okay. How many?
There's 2 clauses where you need your initials, and then you need to cite your name at the top, at the bottom, with a signature as well.
So 4 total. A's, make a wisdom saving throw 4 times.
I'm gonna step 10 feet away so you don't get my bonus.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm just writing down the things I need to keep track of. I think we as players, I mean, granted, people might talk about it in the Discord. I just don't think we should tell anyone about that. I have to be honest with Godfrey thing.
I don't think we should either. I think it's just like, if I need anything, I'm like,
No
Ace,
switches in the
tell
Discord.
me.
No snitching,
Okay.
guys.
Unless
So-
Pat's watching this. Oh my god, the highest of those is a 10.
Oh god, you fail all 4. But, A's, you do note that per signature, you feel the compulsion. It's not necessarily on a per contract basis, it is a per signature basis.
Okay.
Oh! Blindfold me.
Great idea. Blindfold.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go behind A's to the other side of the kitchen, and I'm gonna make a contract that says A's can only make good chocolate chip cookies. Oh, no, not the person who signed this may only make good chocolate chip cookies. And in this, I'm gonna have it like cited like, I blank will always, me blank, make only these good type of chocolate chip cookies, and I blank am saying this blank in full consent of this agreement as my name. Signature at the bottom. So there's 7 stipulations along with the name at the top, name at the bottom, and signature. So there are 10 places total.
By being blindfolded. As this is, A's, you do feel the following, finally. With all of these blockades in place, you can turn your head away and push the paper away.
Okay.
But if you do not intentionally shove the thing away, you're going to have to make the
Okay.
saves.
I'm going to push it away. How far away do I have to get from it before I feel the compulsion?
As soon as you shove it away, if you reapproach it, nothing happens.
Interesting.
Okay. So if there are heavy stipulations in place in which you need to cite yourself as a person, as well as if you are deprived of one of your senses, you have the ability to stop yourself.
And if I take off the blindfold now and I look at it while I'm near it?
You don't feel anything anymore.
Okay, so it seems like if I can just get past it once, it's fine.
Okay, so the senses doesn't have anything to do with it. It's simply the named stipulation.
Alright, so I just need to be able to... I just have to resist signing it when I'm first presented with it.
But it's harder if there's less barriers in place.
Yes.
Okay.
Make a history check or arcana check, A's and Godfreed.
History.
You do history, I'll do arcana.
I can't roll for shit tonight. That's a 16.
I got a 29.
I rolled a natural 1, by the way.
Wow!
God
I haven't rolled
damn.
the highest roll I've made so far is a 10.
God damn. Godfreed, the following happens. Godfreed, as you think about this over your hypothesis, something you almost got it, but you know you're not quite there. You know you're like inching on the discovery. A's, you're still mulling it over in your head. You remember there's a moment. The physical act of you handing the paper seems to be important. The act of her refusing the paper also seems to be important. The amount of stipulations might not be as important as as you may think, as it was in this discovery process.
Okay. I'm gonna pick up the contract and I'll be like, A's. I'm not gonna say anything and I'm just gonna...
As you present A's with the contract, A's, you need to start making saves.
There's 10 in total.
First, though, make a charisma saving throw.
You get a +6.
Charisma saves. I'm actually good at those.
Perfect.
That's
Don't
still
roll
a
that
natural 1.
I just said don't roll a nat 1!
Oh, that's a 17.
You get a +6.
That's with the +6.
Oh, okay.
So, you feel now, A's, with this initial charisma save, you have the ability, if you make the save, to push away the contracts that are presented to you. But if you fail that one, you gotta start signing. Please make a wisdom saving throw, please, for all of these.
+6.
Okay. That fails. That fails. Okay, 21?
The saving throw DC was 20. So on that third one, you managed to skip over it. You force your way through it. Like, literally having to physically move your hand. But you managed to get through it. And you don't sign one of them. At the very least.
Signed every other one.
You sign, and you fill out the rest of the contract. But because you missed that one, it does not take effect.
Okay, so we just have to hope that any Chaos Gods who come by me decide to make me sign something 8 times in a row.
Apparently, it's not.
Or I can just walk through the Chaos Pantheon blindfolded.
I really don't think that's it.
I shouldn't tell these.
Absolutely not. And if you tell him, you're gonna have to. You can't lie to me anymore.
Yeah. Sure you don't want to get rid of that one?
I like that one for now. Unless you don't want it, because then we can take that off. You have to be honest with me, because you can't lie.
I think it's probably for the best.
Are you sure? Because we can null the contract.
No, I keep it. Fuck.
All right. How can we get you through the Chaos Pantheon with, like, obviously we could just make you invisible, but, like, the probability of a god having true sight's pretty high.
Pretty high. I mean, to be fair, I think the only person who knows is Beatrice, so I don't think it's, like, widely publicized that I sign everything. They don't really have, like, weekly email memos.
Can
not
we
like
get
Alistair.
Gary in here? Not Gary. What's Viari's familiar?
Charlie?
Charlie?
Charlie. Can we ask Charlie some questions? Charlie.
Charlie?
Charlie.
Hey, whoa, that was fucked up. That was weird.
I didn't realize that could work. I was just kind of shooting in the
It
dark.
seems like it can
That
work
was
in the
good.
Pantheon. This has never happened before. People don't usually call for me unless they...
Oh, is that okay?
I guess so. It's allowed.
Question. Beatrice. Is Beatrice very, privy with their information? Do they like to gossip at all, like word of mouth thing?
Oh, be it. Maybe. Depends. Usually when she's doing it for a reason. She's not
Okay.
She's not one to do that unintentionally, I guess.
So if she's told anyone, she's told very specific people, if that is the case.
Well, if she's telling very specific people, she's telling people that will probably spread the word.
Or
spread
she's
the word, or people that will specifically keep the secret to the opportune moment.
Right. Because if the word spreads too far, I think, Alice, it becomes an issue. If I'm just signing everything, then I just don't fucking leave and I don't sign anything
And
ever.
also, the Chaos Gods aren't exactly a united front.
Right.
They have a lot of people in there that might be vying for their own powers, and they might
Would
think,
want to use me against someone else.
exactly, right? So it's important to remember that if Beatrice is doing this intentionally, she's not going to tell people unless she specifically intends on using them and taking advantage of the situation.
So anyone who knows is going to try and fuck me over in the most optimal way.
Yes, that is something you can probably assume.
Okay.
I
Here, let me
wouldn't-
try something. I'm gonna draft up one more contract. It's gonna say fucking, I don't know. A's, what do you want this contract to say? It doesn't matter.
That every time I come back from a trip, I unpack immediately.
All right, boom.
I think that would just be nice.
Alistair shows up. Guys, you can't do that. Like,
Why
that's
not?
This is a contract that you gotta specifically enforce. That Godfreed's power is enforcing here. It's not.
A's, every second Tuesday of every 3 months, you have to come visit me and help me deal out punishment. There, is that fine?
I will look at
Yes.
Alistair.
I mean,
Oh,
yes.
okay.
If it's something that Godfreed can enforce, then yes. I don't think necessarily Godfreed can be the one to enforce the unpacking of every single trip.
Just stand there, unpack A's, do it.
Oh, can I just do it? Can I just take a nap first? Okay. So.
Okay.
Right. Oh,
Alright.
if I can't, can I just send a little note card as a contingency in case I'm busy or
Yes,
something?
of course, 100%.
Sure.
Lots
Just
of
put that written in
that.
there since I am.
All right. Yep, there is one signature line. That's it. Hand it to Ace.
All right. And A's. Well, what exactly were you guys trying to do here with this one?
I want Ace to fail to see if I can destroy the contract before Ace can sign it.
A's charisma saving throw first.
If you succeed, I'll silvery barbs it.
Yeah, you should silvery barbs because that's the
silvery
28.
barbs.
The one that I actually needed to fail.
Yeah, silvery barbs.
Ah, there we go. There's the twos that we come to know and love.
Jesus Christ. You fail. As this happens, Godfrey first goes, no, fuck you.
He's like, I don't want to this time. Do it.
You feel the compulsion to sign. Godfrey, you want to try destroying it beforehand?
Yes, before Ace could actually sign and complete the contract. Again, it is one line of one signature line.
All right. Now, because you already used your reaction, technically, in the usual situation, no. But if you hadn't,
If I hadn't used my reaction.
I'm going to allow in this situation, the rather reaction was something that was pretty planned, so I'm going to give you an extra one in this situation
Okay.
only to attempt this. How would you like to try and destroy this contract?
I feel like, I don't know, I feel like something, it needs to be instantaneous. And does it have to be a reaction,
Not a reaction that you actually have, but just describe how you might try to destroy this thing quickly. Is it casting a spell? Is it drawing your sword? Is it something like that?
Yes, from
The little
my,
and then it's just broken in half.
Yeah.
from my hand, I will cast Control Flame as a cantrip as I'm holding it to destroy it.
All right. I need the following to happen. A's sleight of hand check. Godfreed, I need you to make a skill check that is based off of your spellcasting modifier and your proficiency bonus. So make like a spell attack roll, basically.
Thank God I can't roll for shit today.
All right, that is a 24.
Yeah, it's an 11.
So as you try to just like sign the contract, Godfrey, you flash it into flames before it can happen.
Okay. Could I kind of like from this experience pull from it if I was like say 5 or 10 feet away? Would that have worked or no?
We can just try again.
Let's try again. I'll redraft the contract. I will hand it to Days. I will run back 10 feet and I'll.
Okay. Once again, sleight of hand check. However, Godfrey, you're not doing that attack roll at disadvantage.
Got you.
It's a 17 for me.
Okay.
Disadvantage. That is going to be a 9 plus 12. That is going to be a 21.
So you barely manage it, but you hurl the ball of flame as Ace is almost done signing the signature. And it catches.
And because it's my contract, do I know it's gone through or not?
Yeah. As the contract is about to, you are aware that while Ace did have the intent to sign it, the signature was not completed, and therefore the power did not transfer.
Okay. All right. I feel like if something does happen, A's, there's something obviously we can't do about it, you know?
Right. So basically, I just don't get without your range.
Yeah. I mean, Firebolt is 120 feet.
Well, I also meant for like spell saving. Or save. Yeah, not
True.
spell saving,
Yes,
but-
true. Stay within 10 feet of me, and if you do sign a contract...
Okay. Okay, and then when I sign things, I'll just yell.
Yeah, you'd be like, help! Something like that.
So, this next episode's planned to go into the Divine Contract to the Chaos side to meet agreement.
Yep.
Mini arc commence. Fuck you, Pat and Brooke. That's what we're doing next time. I hope you're ready. But thank
We
you
have
all
a
so
whole
much for
system
watching
ready.
this episode of PP Game. What a time. What a wild time. Godfrey has cooked up some amazing punishments. We are using those in the future. I'm going to keep going back to those scenes because those were fucking hysterical.
Thank you!
They're great. I loved it.
You can only speak in questions. That's my favorite. That's
That
Emma,
one was
what-
funny.
Okay. Did I miss any contracts? I have to be honest about Godfreed's outfits, and then I specifically also must just be honest with Godfreed.
Yes.
Was there anything else?
The second Tuesday of every 3 months, you must come for an hour and help deal punishments with me. And if you cannot make it, there is a stipulation in there saying, I can't do it today. I will reschedule within the next 2 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah, luckily, Aze is really good at keeping...
There is also an exit clause on all of them that we can talk about at any time as well. So.
Aze was honest, though. She really was like, yeah, it's probably good. I have to be honest with Godfrey. It'll... I don't know.
Yeah.
Something's gonna happen.
Something's gonna happen. It's probably not in Aze's best interest, but is in the best interest of order.
Mm-hmm.
And if Godfrey asks the right questions, you get to learn a lot of stuff about a lot of stuff.
Like, all right, Aze, tell me about your childhood. A's just like, no. Well, you were honest.
It didn't happen. I was conceived this way. But that is it for BB Game. I've been Oppie Outlaw. I've been your Dungeon Master. If you have not seen already, I posted a new video today. It's about Risk of Rain. It's funny video, hyper edit. It's good time. Amelia, outro.
Oh, right. I used to tell people to just follow me on Twitter, but maybe you want to follow me on Twitter too.
This motherfucker paid for Twitter.
The way that I have no interest in Twitter Blue because for so many reasons, but Tumblr is like you can keep stacking check marks on here, and I'm like, wait, I might give you money for that.
Wait, really?
Twitter Blue is canceled, by the way. I don't know if you guys
Oh
saw
yeah, it is. Tumblr
They
released a
canceled it.
checkmark thing that for $7.99 instead of $8 a month, you get 2 check marks next to your name, and apparently you can stack them, so you can just keep adding.
This
on
effect
check
is
marks.
stackable.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
wait, what happened to all the people who got verified with Twitter Blue?
I think they're just.
I saw one person who was actually verified and then also bought Twitter Blue, and now their
Vinny
checkmark
Hacker.
said that they were verified via Twitter Blue, and they're like, wait a sec, can I have my actual one? But anyway, the moral of the story is go to links.ameliasom.com and follow me at all of the places there.
Yeah. And if you still think Twitter's a good platform, what's wrong with you?
No, I'm going down with the ship though.
Valid, honestly valid.
I've been on Twitter since 2013. It was my favorite social media site.
It was very funny. It's a shame that Elon Musk decided to make comedy legal again and then promptly ban comedy. Because it's not funny if other people do it, apparently, according to him.
Yeah.
How wretched. How humorous. Danny.
I'm Daniel. I'm streaming later, I guess.
Swag.
I'm gonna stream for like 45 minutes. I need to work on my YouTube video.
Yeah. Swag buddy, guys.
I'll just edit on stream. That's what I'll do.
That's a good idea. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. Bye.